there's a problem of lust and porn addiction, and it's leading to this. I don't even want to say it. Like, I want this to be a little bit suspenseful. Nah. And did somebody lace your weed, or did you forget that we're back with another video? So, look, I feel like this little clip right here probably just exposed what it's about to be about, but we're gonna get into it right now.
The reason why so many men are DL is because the lack of self-control with lust. A lot of these guys are watching so much fucking porn that they're obsessing over sex and it's always on their mind. And when they're not getting any in real life, they start lowering their standards and they start wanting to fuck almost anything. And when they come across a guy that looks feminine, has some makeup on, they start thinking to themselves like, okay, if I just let them do this to me, maybe it's not gay because I'm letting them do it to me, until they start enjoying it. The thing about gay men is that some of them, I'm gonna say this with all respect, is some of them are aggressive and they definitely will go for straight men. And I know this from experience because I can't tell you how many gay guys have tried to come after me my entire life. I even had a guy offer me money if I would have let him give me head, but there's no amount of money in the fucking world where I would even consider that shit, because for one, I love women, and for two, I'm self-aware to know that that would fuck with my mental health, my peace of mind. I would be having an identity crisis on my sexuality, on whether I'm straight or gay. When you know who you are, nothing can rock the boat and you could never bring me that low. But for a lot of these men, they lack self-worth and self-respect, so they start doing things they never thought they would do.
There are so many DL men.
I will also add in self-control as well. Because it's true, like, I guess you can probably have the desire. You got the desire to have sex. It's natural. That's a natural desire. That's how we reproduce. That's how humans continue to create generations, right? So the desire to have sex is natural. But if you don't have any self-control, it becomes inhumane. We become animals. Like, if we don't practice no self-control, no discipline. And everybody's different. Some people struggle with controlling that desire. Some people don't really have the desire to do that often, to have sexual activity often. I'm actually one of those people, believe it or not, because for me, like, if emotions are not tied into it, I won't even consider it. Won't even consider it. But not everybody's like that. I think majority of the population is like, it doesn't matter, emotions, no emotions, like, they with it. You know what I mean? So everybody's different. But dang, y'all jacking what he's saying? Like, y'all think that's why men be DL?
And about 80% of men are DL. Men who publicly present
80%?
themselves as straight, but they are secretly sleeping with other men. They are privately sleeping with men behind the scenes. I'm going to tell you why there are a lot of DL men.
And wait till y'all find out that the reason that we got so many DL men in the
I don't believe 80%. I think that's really strong. That's really strong.
amount of DL men being exposed is on the rise is because we got a lust problem in our society. Like, men just want to hit any and everything. Y'all just start to lose standards slowly and slowly. Y'all standards get lowered and lowered. Like,
You know what? I'm going to say this because I never understood why it was so normalized for men to have a high body count. I'm not going to lie. Like, even with myself, like, even in my mind, I think it's more acceptable for men to have a higher body count. But it does get to a point, it's like, why don't you have any standards? Because with women, like, if you have more than two, like, you don't even respect yourself. You see how, like, that's the attitude with women? But, like, with men, I get it. Men are more sexual, like, biologically speaking. So that's why even myself, I give, like, the high body count a pass. But there's having, okay, let's say you're in your 20s. There's having 50 bodies, and then there's having 200 bodies. Especially when you hit triple digits, this is not even, like, this is getting a little bit off topic, but when you hit triple digits, it gets to a point, like, do you just be having sex for anything? Anything that comes your way. That's concerning. Because think about it. Let's say I don't want to say if you have a kid, but what's an example? Like, I don't know, you have a friend and you think highly of your friend. you don't you wouldn't want just anybody coming like trying to be with your friend in that kind of way, because it's like you would think they would treat themselves better because they of high quality. So when you just let anybody, like I said, when women have a high body count, they're looked at as, oh, like they're 304s, they're hoes, they let anybody hit. But with men, that's not a thing. But man, there's some low standard women like men can hit. Like there's some, I don't know, low standard is the word, but there's just low quality women out there. So like if you're a man like and you think you're of high quality, why do you even have the desire? You know what I mean? It gets kind of, you gotta question it a little bit.
When it's 3 a.m. and y'all just up, y'all just trying to smack something, that 4 gonna start looking like an 8. You know what I'm saying? And you keep going. That's why you get so many, it's much more pedophiles. It's so much more like younger pedophiles. You got these people, they want to hit anything. They see that 15, 14-year-old who look a bit older and who talk like she grown, and they like, I might just do it. And then it gets to the ones that they like, they see a gay dude and he look like a girl and he talk like a girl, and I might just for this one time, I might just get some head. I'm not actually having sex with him. Next thing you know, they realize, oh, they enjoy it. They done fed that spirit within them. Now they gotta keep feeding it. They gotta keep feeding it. That's why we got so many gay DL men nowadays. It's a lust problem. If y'all figured out how to control yourselves and control that lust within you, we wouldn't have all this. Like I'm saying, like y'all not seeing like, dang, like it's low-key a lot of DL men. Like what's going on? It never was like this because it's so much more lust in the world. Like y'all gotta be on the same time.
At the end of the day, sex outside of marriage is the only sin against the body. You're sinning against your body. And I think what also plays into that, because you're inviting spirits and you're feeding into a spirit that is against your body. Because to have sex, you need to use your body, right? So if you're feeding into these sexual desires, it kind of becomes like, that's how like any type of addiction start. Like you do it once and you liked it, right? And you're like, okay, I kind of liked it at the time. Like, I'm going to do it again. And then again. And then and again and again. You see? You keep on feeding into it. Like, being a sex addict is real. In this case, we're talking about, wanting to hit another, like a man being with another man, like trying to do that. He's trying to chase that same high again. Or he brought up the pedophile situation. Like, okay, you did it once, but you kind of liked it. So it's like, okay, let me do it again. You know what I mean? If you genuinely like it, you're going to want to do it again. Same thing with regular sex. You liked it one time, and then you kind of want to do it again. That's why it's important. That's why the questioning of what's your morality? What are your standards? What are your principles? Are you a person of God? That's when things start going to question. But I think how society is set up, that comes into question so quick when a woman starts having a high body count. But with men, like, it has to get to this point. There's more DL men. Now we're questioning standards and morality. But in general, forget DL men, forget pedophilia. Just think about sex in general. Like, you having a high body count can bring things into question. That alone can bring things into question.
Why some of these men are on the down low? They never had love from their father, which is a man.
Oh, this is a different reason.
Some of these boys, when they grow up, they don't have no father figure. So they start hanging around a bunch of guys every day. They looking for their love every day. So when they get grown, all they know is to hang around a bunch of men. They all do the same thing. They like the same thing. And they start bonding with these men, and they start having feelings for these guys. That's why when something happened to his partner, he cries, he's sad, he's stressed out, he's depressed because he bonded with that man. They done shared everything together. So they don't even look for a woman's love anymore. because all they been want is a man's love in their life. So you wonder why your man hang around these men and not you, because he bond with them, he connect with them, man. He respect them more than you. And sometimes they start dating them guys. They start sneaking around with them, man. And guess what? All the guys that never had a father, they all get along very well. Just think about it. So you wonder why he on the down low? Come on now. It ain't about you. It's about a man's love he never had.
Y'all want to know why there's so many DL allegations and DL men nowadays? Is because it's a lust.
Don't let what he said go over your head, though. It's taken with a grain of salt, but I've said this a minute ago. I don't want to say men, but some people will prioritize the love that they got for their friend over the love they have over their partner. I've realized that. Some people prefer, or they just like the bond that they have with their friend over whoever they're romantically involved with. We be acting like this is a crazy thing. And like I said, a lot of things might sound crazy to you because you never felt that way. So that's why when you hear somebody doing things like this, you're like, whoa, how? Like, how is that possible? Because that has never been a problem for you. So to you, it's like, it feels so unheard of. But no, it's a thing. Don't close your mind.
Problem in the community. That's just what the fuck it is, and we don't talk about it. All them times y'all just be up at 3, 4 a.m. just trying to hunt something, high 10.
Go to bed.
Be a 10, and then y'all start lowering y'all standards to this boy look like a girl, so I'm just trying to get some, I ain't even trying to, and then it feeds your lust, and then now you doing a whole bunch of other shit. That's why I say dick discipline is very fucking important. You don't gotta go fuck every time, G. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself no. Cause if you don't, you feel me, you gonna get yourself wrapped into some shit you ain't got no reason being in. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of niggas dying over this DL trend shit, whatever the fuck y'all not even millennials. Y'all Gen Z. Whatever you Gen Z niggas got going on, I don't know what the fuck it is, but y'all ass is getting clapped over that DL trend. But let me just, again, tell you as to why there are so many DL men. Stop fucking lusting. Keep your dick in your pants, nigga. You don't gotta fuck them all. All of them don't need to be fucked, G. Real shit.
Straight men will do anything but admit that niggas just be gay. Like, it really is just that simple. And not even to negate his point of, because does play a role in some men turning gay, because they just get desensitized to certain things, and so they want to try something new to chase that high. But the reason why we're seeing this resurgence of so many DL men is because we as civilians are under constant surveillance by each other. The police doesn't have to do anything anymore. Social media is doing all the work. You could be in a car with another nigga and there would be somebody recording you because they think that y'all about to get freaky. It's that bad. But gay niggas have always been around.
People are fed.
I done fucked with dads, whole dads with kids in their lives.
Nah, that's some euphoria
shit. It's not a parent issue. But see, the thing that people like him forget is that homosexuality has been studied in over 200 species. But the only reason why heterosexuality is pushed is because heterosexuality fuels the capitalist agenda that we are all playing in. If I and a couple of other peoples had the power to control the masses, but I needed more people to control the masses to generate me more money, why would I not run constant propaganda from the beginning of time to ensure people continue having babies so that way I can have more slaves?
What the fuck is he talking about? This nigga just fucking came out of left field with this shit, but I'm sorry. I said take that other dude with a grain of salt. Definitely take this nigga with a grain of salt. I don't fuck is he? It's a capitalist agenda on why heterosexuality is pushed. This is what I mean. When y'all hear stuff, ask yourself, what does the Bible say? Like, I'm so serious. Because he's saying capitalists push this. I would argue and say God pushed this. Am I wrong to say that? To push heterosexuality. Because if I'm God and I made people, God could have did whatever he wanted at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, he's the creator. But he made it to where, like, for human to reproduce, a man and a woman need to have sex with each other, right? So if I know that's how humans need to reproduce, why would I push homosexuality? So I don't really agree with him saying this is a capitalist agenda. Maybe it is, but he's kind of also denying that was also part of God's creation for humanity. So I don't know. I'm not really feeling that.
From my capitalist matrix. You understand what I'm saying?
I
But
don't.
I'm not even gonna get too deep in that because y'all act like y'all don't really understand shit for real. But
I
what
guess
I'm
I
saying
don't.
is,
I'm not even gonna hold you.
y'all niggas just be gay. And that's okay. Be who you are for your pride.
I don't know how much of this I can get away with saying, but I'm just going to say it and be unfiltered, and, you know, maybe I'll take this down if I should take it down. But I was thinking about it. Maybe one of the reasons why we're seeing this huge amount of men who are DL, who are not really interested in women in the same way, don't want to be around women, don't really like women. Like, maybe it has to do with the fact that they watch adult films, and in those films they're looking at men typically with large genitalia, close-up shots of the men, all the different stuff with the men, and for the most part they're watching the woman get humiliated, degraded, and stuff like that. But if you look at the 1980s and before then, they would look at magazines and pictures where the woman was being admired for her beauty and for her physique and for her form and shape. It's not like that anymore. And I was thinking about it. Even when men used to go out to adult clubs back in the 90s, 80s, 70s, they would look at a woman on stage and admire her for her beauty, her form, her shape. They weren't looking at men with enlarged genitalia and close-up shots. So maybe that has something to do with it. Sorry.
Look, I'm just gonna say, I don't know if that's why it's increased, but I just think porn is just providing another reason why some men are turning out that way. Because here's the thing with social media. I say this probably every single video. It's probably more publicized now because we have social media platforms. But before, there was no social media platform. So who's to say the numbers weren't always this high? They're just reported more and they're just talked about more because we have social media. Y'all get what I'm saying? Something is a trend. It's the talk of the town for the whole week. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to say the whole corn thing, I think it's just another reason why some men are turning out to be that way, but I don't know if like that's the reason why like things have increased. And plus, we live in a time now like you could be more public about it. So just because more people are public about it, that doesn't mean more people are gay. More people are just like more out in the open about it. It's more acceptable now. You know what I mean?
Some of these men get so upset when women assume that they're homosexual, but I don't think that they understand why we feel that way. You know, men and women are completely different, and we think differently. But when you have a woman that, women have a strong intuition, they're emotional, but that, if they have control over that, then they're emotionally intelligent. And then when you top that off with logic, now you got a fucking problem, and that's me. So I think about it, and I say, if there's men that have constant rotation of women, several women, they can't even keep up with how many women they've had sex with. They've just given themselves and to so many women it don't make no sense. I think, and when it comes to science and just common sense, you got to think about it. Too much of anything is not good, right? When it comes to any addiction, after the first hit, you're not going to get that high anymore, right? When it comes to any type of addiction, whether it be gambling, drugs, anything, you're not going to get that same hit, so you're going to constantly chase it, and you're going to need more and more risky activities. You're going to need more and more stronger doses. So when it comes to men constantly using women, like I said, getting that dopamine high, trying to get validated, having their ego stroked and stuff, taking those risks, they take more and more and more risk, right? So after you done had sex with 50 women and it's constant, they just throwing it at you because they're weak themselves and they don't know themselves yet. It's almost like you are not getting the same satisfaction. It's not satisfying anymore to conquer them. So what do you think they're gonna move on to? More risky shit. Now I need trannies. I need to go get a man at this point. I need something else because I'm desensitized.
I'm gonna say this as well. Not all men who have sex constantly like that end up being DL. I want to say that as well. Because maybe you might have a friend or you know somebody or you knew somebody who had that kind of lifestyle, like constantly, like just having sex with different people. I don't think I can say that happens to everybody. Because not everybody has a desire to do that. Not everybody ends up having that desire. I don't know where the desire comes from. What I don't know where a lot of desires come from. Like for me, I have the desire to make money. Like I don't know where that came from. Like I think that's just what I am. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I want to like clear the air on that. Because some people might be hearing this and might be looking like a friend that they have differently. Or I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm not saying that's like a sure thing to happen. Like she brought up other addictions, like gambling addiction. Some people stay in the casinos because somebody could be like, oh, like the casino was enough, so they went to the street and started playing craps instead of playing craps at the casino. Like, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say that happens to everybody.
To the coochie. They desensitized. It don't even turn them on no more like that. They need extreme shit. That's even what watching porn, people who are addicted to watching that stuff literally have to watch more and more hardcore and creepy shit because they need that feeling of taking a risk and being rewarded in a different type of way. They need to see somebody get beat down, flipped over, the coochie hole blew up big. They need a man blew up and they need to feel like shit afterwards. They need that hat and to come down. They need that cycle to continue. That's why I say what I say. I don't think it's a gay as in like I'm gonna live a homosexual lifestyle. I think it's more of a gay as in I'm sick, like, and I need to go get help. That's what I mean when I be seeing these men be homosexual, because I feel like they be chased. I mean, come on now. If I'm getting coochie every single day from all type of bitches every day, and it's not easy, it ain't a challenge no more. I got several different women in rotation. I'm still miserable. I'm not getting the satisfaction. And that shit on social media every day, booties clapping. What is there to be excited for? They desensitized to that. So now they have to go and seek other thrills. That's just how I look at it. And honestly, ain't nothing more satisfying to niggas than doing some shit they not supposed to be doing something in secret and this and that, and the risk of it all.
Antisocial behavior
behind it. So you think they not in secret somewhere fucking on a nigga or looking at that stuff on their phone? Man, come on now. I'm not saying all of them, but I mean that's just how I look at it. If a man is constantly having to show that he has several thousand different women, I'm gonna feel some type of way. That means that that's nothing to you. That don't even excite you. You don't value that anymore. It don't do shit for you. So what you really doing behind closed doors?
I also want to say, can we just throw out the idea that maybe some men just want to experiment? Like, think about it. Y'all seen college shows or college culture, like, it's like, especially for girls, it's normal. Let me not say it's normal, but it's acceptable if a girl wants to experiment, for example. Like, for example, if a girl comes out as bi, I don't know how many people be like, okay, you're really just lesbian for real. Some people might say that because some people look as the bi community as like, oh, you're just confused. But no, they probably genuinely just like both genders. But if a man comes out as bi, so I think a lot of people are like, no, you're gay. Just kissing one dude makes you gay. But if a girl kisses one girl, people won't label her as a lesbian. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. But I just want to throw that out there to everybody, because the same way how some girls experiment in college, who's to say guys don't? Or maybe not in college, but later in life, people change. People are more open-minded as they grow. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, maybe some people just want to experiment. It has nothing to do with chasing a high or whatever. Some people just want something. Same way how some people, like, for example, let's say I'm 100% white, right? and I only date white people. And it's like, oh, I want to experiment. I'm gonna date a black guy. I'm gonna date an Asian. I'm gonna date a Latino. You see, that's experimenting. So I just want to, it could just be that. Could just be that.
We've all seen that trend going around of gay lads exposing their DL men. So that is men on the down low that may be cheating on their girlfriends with them, and it's caused a whole drama. Like, people are disagreeing with it, people are, agreeing with it, whatever. But that to me is fucking crazy. Nearly 500,000 men on the DL, married to women, in relationships with women, having kids with women. I think the dating scene's crawling with them as well. I really do. Like, these men be going around treating women like shit. They hate women. That's because we're lacking in the D. Girls, we're not the problem. Be who you want to be. Be who you want to be and leave us women alone. Because I'm all for the exposing the DL men. I really am. Because listen, we get used. We get used.
I'm sorry. I'm low-key reading what's on the background. It said men who have sex with other men but do not identify as gay or bisexual. And it's true. Some girls experiment with other girls, but they probably wouldn't fall on out say, oh, I'm a lesbian. Like, no, they just... But it's a societal thing. I'm trying to tell you, it's a societal thing. If a dude has sex with one dude and people find out, oh, you're gay, you're definitely gay, you're definitely gay. Because it's like an opposite representation of what masculinity is supposed to be. But if a female has sex with one girl, not everybody gonna label her as a lesbian. I swear. Or maybe things have changed. Maybe y'all can educate me. Maybe I don't know too much. Let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? So it's true. I'm just saying, like, somebody can experience, like, just because you did something one time. Like, for example, if a girl, like I said, the whole, like, if I'm white, I've been dating white guys. Okay, I want to date a black dude. I date one black dude. Does that mean black men are my type now? Because I dated one black dude. And all the other dudes I dated were white. You know what I mean? So if a dude has sex with one dude, I'm just saying, like, society be so quick to call a dude gay. But if a girl go kiss another girl, y'all not calling her lesbian. You know what I mean? So it's a societal thing, how we labeling things. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to say it like that. How we labeling people.
Used as a cover-up. These men will impregnate us, marry us, and abuse us. They're not good people, DL men. They're really not. They're horrible people. They're the most homophobic people in the world. They are. They will sleep with a man and then they will shout homophobic slurs at another gay man in the street. They are horrible people. So, yeah.
You see, that's a different category of men. Because some men are DL and they keep it cool. Like, they don't do all that extra projecting. Like, oh, ew, you're gay, like there's some men that are DL and they don't do all of that, and then there's other men who are DL and they end up doing that. So it's just another one of those things. It's not everybody.
Carry on, lads.
Why is a lot of men DL? Because this is simple. Because
you see, I just said it.
A man cannot be bisexual.
Not for real. I just said it.
A man cannot be bisexual in society today. Okay? So a girl, she can eat pussy one day. Next day she sucking dick. And she can say she bi and everybody be like, yeah, she bi. A man can fuck a girl one day and then get his ass ate by a boy the next day. Oh, this nigga gay. This nigga gay. This nigga is not bisexual. Yeah, ain't no man that is bisexual. This nigga is gay. And this is what they tell you in society, and this is what going on in society. This is why you have a lot of men that is DL. They like women, but they like men too. But they can't say they like men because soon they say that, oh, this nigga gay. This nigga gay.
A lot of narcissistic men are secretly
for real.
gay.
I just said it, y'all. I just said it.
Have you ever wondered why your man loves his homeboys but hates you? Have you ever wondered why your man rushes you into marriage or pregnancy? Have you ever wondered why your man is always picking on you, calling you out your name, and being mean to you? Have you ever wondered why your man is jealous of you? Have you ever wondered why your man never comes home at night? Have you ever wondered why your man suffers from erectile dysfunction? Have you ever wondered why your man doesn't like going down on you? Have you ever wondered why that man has 5 baby mamas and can't keep a woman? Have you ever wondered why your man constantly cheats on you, no matter how good of a woman you are? Have you ever wondered why your man hides his phone? Side note, play that Grindr notification and see if he notices. Have you ever wondered why so many women each year are unalived by their abusive partners? That man doesn't like women, sis. He likes men. He cannot live in his truth, so he's trying to use you as a beard, aka a cover-up. I have a gay friend that showed me his roster, and you would be surprised. His roster is full of married men, full of men who have kids,
My goodness.
and full of men out the hood. These men look like straight men, they present as straight men. Look at Diddy. I feel like we all know someone that's like Diddy in real life, and some of us were unfortunate enough to be in a relationship with them. These men will beat the living daylights out of you because they know that cat cannot satisfy them. They want the sausage. It's almost 2025, so I'm gonna need you scary ass men to come up out the closet and leave us alone.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna end the video here, but I want to hear your thoughts on all of this. I mean, this is just a whole bunch of different reasonings on why this, why that. Who knows? And by the way, I guess it just comes down to desire. Because like I said, there's some men who never had the desire to do that. Ever. That doesn't make them homophobic or anything. They just genuinely never had a desire to experiment. Same way how there's some women that never had the desire to experiment with other women. And then some do. Sometimes it just happens. So let me know what y'all thoughts in the comments. Y'all think it's corn? Y'all think maybe it's always been like this and it's just publicized? I don't know. Let me know. Tap into the Patreon though. Let's get lit in that community too. I'll catch y'all next time.